So first up we have, well, first I need to tell you that it's written from right to left. Um, so we're gonna start here. We've got ah, it's just a straight line, makes an ah sound. So we're gonna represent it with the letter A. And yeah, just a straight line. Really similar to the Arabic letter Aleph. Next we have B. So you write kind of a C shape and then connect it to the ground with another line. Then we have Ch, which we can write in the transliteration with the IPA symbol, the T, and the kind of integral sign looking thing, or just CH. Also, some people write it, will transliterate that with a C. It's just kind of this diagonal line and then this straight line that brings it to the ground. And so important to remember, these letters will all end up connecting through a single line at the bottom of the word. Next we have duh. This one's kind of like you make a single little hill and then you make a bigger one and then you bring the line to connect it. Next is A, which is basically just a little oval. Next we have eh. It's kind of a shorter sound than the A, it's eh. And it's just a little carrot shape. Next is the F sound, which is basically you do this kind of line up and then loop around and then bring it back down and then connect it. You can also start it the other way. You can start up from this part and loop down and connect it from here. Next is this kind of difficult to pronounce sound for English speakers, the G and B together. I can't really do it, but I've also heard that you can pronounce it as like a gua sound, which is a little bit more manageable. I guess that might depend on the speaker or the dialect. And it's kind of this upside down, kind of rounded triangle. Next is the H sound, huh. You make a line, and then you kind of make up this angle and bring it down to the ground. Then we've got the E vowel sound. Sorry, that should just be like an I. And you write it like, kind of like this V that caves in. Next we have J, also written this way in IPA. You'll see that in the app. Yeah, so it's kind of like this cup and then this line that curves down to bring it to the ground. Then there's Ka, which is kind of like the Greek M, but a little different. Can make mine a little less Greek looking. That's a little better. And then there's the N sound, which is kind of just this little hook line and bring it down. And then there's Nya, written like that in the transliteration, with the tail on the left-hand side of the N, or Nya like NY. And this one you can curve and bring down, and you kind of make this little circle here. And then there's And then there's is like this loop, and then it comes down. Then we've got O. It's kind of like this rectangle that's missing a side. Then we have O. It's kind of a different kind of O sound. Not the full O, but O. And use a circle and a line and another line to connect. Next we've got P, like a P sound, and it's kind of like a backwards F. Then there's the R sound, which looks like a cross or a T. The double R, is basically two of them together. And the S sound, basically this rectangle. And then we've got the T sound, which kind of looks like a lowercase b in English. That can be a little confusing. We've got the R that looks like a T. We've got the T that looks like a B. Then we've got U. It is kind of like a U, kind of like a backwards U. W sound. Line here, down, and loop around like this. And then the Y, we've got a line, a circle, and then a slightly longer line to connect it. And that's